Alright, bye then. See you when I get home. Yep, alright, bye. Good evening, everybody. And alright, today's sunset. I think it's 6:16 it's 6:16 or 6:15 p.m. 5:16 or 5:15 p.m. on standard time. Is that right today? 6:42, 6:44, 6:45 a.m. Or 7:44. Well, are we going there? Okay, guys, next dip. Briefly again. So, checking the temperatures. Today's temperature is not that warm out. See, somebody could attack it. Who will it be, my usual friend, or will this be my inaction having it if we have to end it? Yeah. And I've been live streaming now for so many months now. It's now almost October, and I really want to keep an eye out. I deserve a football game because we have a digital copyright. I can't reach the mic. We were banned from Wikipedia a very long time ago. Yeah, it was back 2 years ago. I was banned for I tried the DBN for 2026, and they're saying 3 years. I mean, this would be the major serious this is what we have to do, and never unblock ever again. We had dinner on time, so I had an able to start my life on time. And water cooler. I took 400. Hey, Elsa! Back in the temperature, not that warm today. If we lose connection here, I mean, I can't mute the mic. Figuring that next week will be my last week where we're going to be doing these live streams. When we're going to be on standard time. Next week we're on standard. We switch to standard time. And it's cold out here. Then we're really in the winter. And it'll be winter indeed. Very cool. So I think that they're actually. I feel like that could be a game going on today. Yeah, somebody you can do because we're actually trying to have a talk about that. Because there's a mass curve that uses the school we can't stream up here. Yeah. They're kind of hoping the last week where they have games up here. They're kind of getting in the fall. And this is darkest evening we've seen since probably months ago. We hadn't seen this late, but this daylight hours this late in a very sunset this early. I don't know if really March, but it's definitely the earliest sunset we've seen since January, late January, I think. Usually on average. I feel pretty quiet today. There isn't a football game yet. And the next period, I think they play games during the daytime. It's just the way the schedule's been. But it's Sunday night, so it's Sunday night or Saturday night. Usually they do play games. Where the tournament scene. And now, I should be muting the mic. That's the case that we have to be. I think it's quiet. At this time of year, sunset before 6 o'clock. Not a disaster, but how do you deal with that? We're gonna have to mute. This live stream may not be. I'm gonna have to tell Muhammad that we can't have people on here tonight. We have a football. It is there. Oh, any kind of whistle or anything. Why I wanna check schedule us. Hey, I do see people in there. The scoreboard is off, so I think that this is not game night. Thank God. I'm very fortunate that this is not game night because I've been there for fucking minutes and we're gonna have to. That's why I want to have the. Why I want to be checking the football. So if we move into summer, we're gonna have to turn. You can also keep in mind if the weather. But not beautiful night or a walk. We'll have to do, but the Leafs haven't made playoff. It's been a really. I don't know if it's just a down year for the Leafs, but we've been having seasons where the season has started off slow and then got going and eventually got going. We've seen seasons like 2022, like a couple years ago, where the season starts off slow. But they're off to a really, really slow start, but they start the season very good now. Now they're like 7th in the division. Where the Washington Bruins have been in the last couple of years. They have really any time since. And this is the slowest start for the Boston Bruins we've seen other than 2020, other than 2020 and 2021. Kind of tilted the odds a bit that I think, ooh. It's been off to a really slow start, I believe. But for Toronto, it's in Washington right now. They were actually on a really good pace for the beginning of the year, but they slowed down a bit. But they slowed down a bit. Yeah, but they slowed down a little bit. Yeah, but they slowed down a little bit. But they slowed down a little bit. Yeah, but they slowed down. But they slowed down a little bit. But they slowed down a little bit in recent weeks. But now we're really in 7th place in the division. 7th in the division. They're falling in the standing. Let's go. But if Boston loses tomorrow night, they but Boston to be on the outside looking into the playoffs. But if you're looking at Boston on the outside looking in, could officially say The Boston's on the outside looking at the playoffs. Yeah, their season will be over. Like 15 a game, but what were the Oilers fighting? It's 15 games, and this could be over for Boston. Toronto. I it had for Boston, Toronto. But for Boston, Toronto, I feel like for Boston, Toronto for Toronto right now is for Boston is like this is the slowest start we've seen from Boston in quite some time actually. First time since technically they lost Krejci. They lost both first round Krejci. I think it was. Boston was off that really slow start. And Boston like this year last year, however this year not even just Boston. Like I feel like maybe this year Boston had potentially missed the playoffs. For many games in the season, Boston. But it's looking like this team did a lot better. That feels like last year. We're kind of getting to that stage of the season where they technically when Boston starts playing well, but either right now I don't remember a time when Boston was playing well. That's bad. I have to look back to a season that's bad as this. For Boston, I can't find a season as bad as this. The I think by the end of October I would really hurt in for 15 games. Maybe the team isn't playing well like it usually would. But for Boston right now, I think of Boston. Boston by 3 years ago, 3 seasons ago, where remember that? I remember 2022 when they finished in a wildcard spot, Boston. This year, Toronto. They haven't so like this year I believe have not been playing well. I think. So what's been going on at this season? Well, started out in slower. Going. Probably when they had the longest win streak, they sat in one point they sat in second place. Boston's dropping in all the standings. They're dropping in all the standings. Even my predictions are October, you know, it's still October. And you know what? It's still October. However, it's still October. It's not the end of the world. It's still the end of October. Uh, still the end of October. It's only the end of October. Yeah. Well, for October, it hasn't been very great for them. Initially, I had them first in the division, but as of right now, Boston isn't playing well. Toronto, I don't know, they haven't been playing well as of late, but well, actually makes me wonder if Toronto is. Yeah, if Boston loses tonight, yeah, their season could be done. We're already starting to see the full way of the Boston Bruins. Yeah. They're not playing like they should be right now. But Boston can play like they should be right now. Usually their system works. This year, something's just off. Either either everything's gonna start to line up. Either USC, Toronto, or Boston have one of the regular season have a late start and everything goes back like crazy, or something is off. Yeah. And they're right now seventh in the division. They're seventh place. They're behind Detroit. They lose tonight, they get Toronto. Because they play Toronto. And there's a good chance Boston could be a wildcard spot, or Boston, we might wind up getting Boston in the first. We might wind up getting Boston. Playing spot. Yeah. Boston has not playing you, but I think we're hearing from more people that are saying head their best that Boston isn't quite as good as they were in years past, but who actually be right? And who actually be right? Because something's definitely wrong with Boston. In 2022, Boston. I remember one time Toronto was just beating Boston. Not like there was a time where Toronto was beating Boston. Toronto was playing beating Boston a lot. They were not playing well. No, Toronto I think Boston was a wild card spot and Toronto was second in the Atlantic Division. And Toronto was in second in the Atlantic Division, so they had home ice. So, however, we hope Boston played Carolina. Boston had played the Hurricanes first round. Boston, Carolina. They had to play Carolina. We played Tampa first round. Toronto has been one of those teams where they have made the playoffs. They have made the playoffs every year since 2017. They haven't missed the playoffs since 2016. They haven't missed it since. I know Boston has missed in 2016, but like, man, like Boston could be, what? If everybody thinks about Boston in danger of missing the playoffs, they actually could be in danger. They actually could be right now, but things are not operating good with like, there's a really good chance right now. That placing on betting odds, Boston to be out of here. Toronto and Boston. When meant that 24 for the last. Yeah. 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 That's just how it always works like that. Like Boston, I know Toronto they haven't missed the playoffs. I know both Toronto and Boston haven't missed the playoffs since 2016. I have a feeling that we could actually be looking at the worst. Well, Boston's not playing very well. Toronto is not too bad as a leap, but they've been chugging along, but either way. Good point. We could actually get Toronto. Toronto could wind up playing Boston. Toronto could either. And I've been getting close to betting odds that if Boston's just a lock to miss the playoffs, then so be it. They might be able to sneak in somehow. I think they could sneak in somehow, but figuring it does seem that I don't know, because both teams are so interconnected that if Boston misses, I think it goes to Toronto. I think it passes to. I think the longest active playoff streak passes Toronto and Boston. Toronto and Boston. Yeah. Passes to Toronto, to Boston, and Toronto. And Toronto. I don't know if you're a Toronto fan. But it hasn't been like that. There's a really good chance York could be in. Who knows? We could actually wind up having two Liverpool streaks. One. It would be funny. Imagine if all original six teams missed the playoffs. If Toronto hasn't been too good, possibly. I feel like this season could be over. I'm thinking that the betting odds of this is a lot to get playoffs. But I don't know, they're chugging along. They were hitting one day at a time, and they're only not. This is the 9th game of the season. We have 10 games in the season. Go. I don't know what game we were playing like 10 games. I think it was Boston. But we played Winnipeg. But we played Winnipeg. They are going on really an unprecedented winning streak right now. They're actually, I think the best Canadian team right now is actually the Jets. I already argued Calgary. In my opinion, it's actually Winnipeg. It's actually the Jets. Even though they're like, it's actually the Jets. That is actually Winnipeg. I think you can even say it's actually Winnipeg. That is actually Winnipeg. You have to say it's actually Winnipeg. Like, that thing was crazy. Like, this is happening earlier in the season than last year. And I feel like this could break the record here to start the season. I know the longest active winning streak on record is the Pittsburgh Penguins, 92-93. If Winnipeg keeps playing like this, I think they could, therefore, they overtake Pittsburgh. How they beat Toronto. I feel like they win one more game. I think I might take Winnipeg as the favorite. I have Boston as my favorite tonight. And I have, as if this prediction goes, if Boston loses, then this team. Well, Boston's season could be kind of at stake here. If they lose tonight, this is kind of a must-win game. Get back to the top of the standings. If not, this is a team I think that's in horrible trouble, if not. I am to start the season right now, Boston's not playing well. Toronto is playing okay, but they're not in a playoff spot right now. It's not super early, but January rolls around. I feel like we should get out of here. Like, Shanahan could fire Hope. Like somebody here watching me. Who is this? Let's go. Well, let's see if people will join me on here. Is this Mohammed or is this? Let's go. Well, watching the Boston Bruins. Well, you know what? Boston's the favorite tonight. So Boston's kind of a heavy favorite tonight to win against Toronto. You know what? Boston kind of really is a heavy favorite, and I'm actually kind of picking them as the favorite. I have Boston. I have I have Boston. You know what? That's getting crazier and crazier and crazier. The record as of late playing Boston right now. Uh, Playing Boston right now, they're not playing well, but I'm wondering if this is actually the sign. They haven't been, they haven't been playing well. They haven't, they haven't been playing well for the season. Like, yeah, they haven't been playing well at all against Boston. And I know in the playoffs they were not playing well at all. They were not playing well at all. I know it's a bad matchup for Toronto. Boston wins the series. So bad matchup for Toronto. But this is a team that's not playing well right now. I am kind of starting to like Boston, but you know, especially with Hudson Montgomery. I would actually say Boston to win the Stanley Cup. Here Montgomery, I kind of like Montgomery. We played Montgomery. Did totally well against Boston. They did totally well beat Toronto. But I knew we were going to be knocked out. I knew it was a bad matchup for Boston, bad matchup for Toronto. I feel like a bad matchup for the Leafs. I feel like a bad matchup for the Leafs. I'm really hoping I'm going to choose Tampa every time. I have that track record, but yeah. If Toronto is just a heavy favorite coming out of this division, I have saying Leafs are very good. Yeah. Well, as of right now, Boston hasn't missed the playoffs in so long. So long. Yeah. Yeah. It's not been a good start to the season. Only tough. Only tough 10 games. But this losing streak they're kind of on right now. And the losing streak this game, they haven't went to overtime. They haven't went to overtime yet in Toronto. We'll be 4-4-1. If that happens, we will be 4-4-1. We will be slipping enough. We will be going down the 4-4-1. We will be 4-4-1 or 4-4-0. This year we're 5-4-0. And Toronto is even winning even one. Winnipeg hasn't even lost a game even once this season. Like, this is just nuts. Like, they can literally like crazy. Like, this is actual people. This is unbelievable. Toronto is just Winnipeg is just cruising. You know what? I feel like this is a team that's kind of to be the best. I feel like this could be the best team in it. And this could be the best team in the NHL. Winnipeg. hopefully never teams like that one. They've even overtaken New Jersey for the top of the division. That means we hadn't had a Canadian team win the first trophy since the Vancouver Canucks. Since the Vancouver Canucks in 2012. And Toronto, it happened to be Winnipeg. Let's go. This may be the year. Maybe their year. Let's go. Winnipeg, this may be your year. Let's go. I say Boston. And let's go. Boston, let's go. They're playing Boston, let's go. You're a Boston fan, let's go. And right now, Boston, they're climbing in the standings. Last night against Boston. This team is not not I think Boston not I think Boston's gonna make the playoffs. Not it's gonna be crazy. I feel like Boston could miss the playoffs. I am saying, man, like Boston could miss the playoffs. You know, I don't think they're gonna miss the playoffs. They'll still. I think they're still gonna make it. I'm really starting to expect more and more time to be have a game. Hopefully, by the time we get to like 10 or 15 games in the season one, once we start nearing American Thanksgiving, like this could be over. I feel like the door is slowly closing. That door is slowly closing. I feel like that door is slowly closing. We might be in the top here. Toronto wins the Atlantic Portion. And we might be in for a conversation that Toronto is maybe a squad I've ever seen in Boston this year. Yeah, I know I love Boston, but you know what? I love Boston, but they don't get their act together here. Some expectations had them in the playoffs. They don't live up to expectations. This team, if they fail to make the playoffs, then yeah, you know what? Montgomery is gone. Because given the way they've been playing as a league, I actually have Boston as the favorite tonight for the reason a heavy favorite to win. They're not. They lose 4 in a row. It's not that you're losing 4. You're going to your next game losing 4 in a row. If this is going down, it hit happen. And that's not a good sign. This is never a good sign. That means you're not close. Which is never a good sign. That means Boston can lose 6 games in a row. That is never a good sign. That means you're not close. Which is never a good sign. That means you're not. This is kind of a must-win situation here for Boston tonight. And then not, they lose 4 in a row. Hey, Toronto, and this is their rival here. Yeah, Boston, you're playing your rival here. You guys have a good rivalry. Toronto, Boston, but Toronto wins. And, oh man, if they lose this game, I'm pretty much saying they're Boston's screwed. Yeah. I think at Edmonton last year, they got themselves a deep hole and they had to go on a historic run to get out of it. I feel like Boston right now might follow suit. I'm figuring Boston follows suit. So, would Boston follow suit? Remember, Edmonton went on that historic run last year. So, will Boston Bruins follow suit? Will Boston right now, hopefully we won't have to come to that, but will Boston or Toronto follow suit? I think given the way Boston, I don't know what was the last time Boston missed, but maybe 2000. Was it? No, I think it was 2000, 2001. And Detroit got in. No, we had Detroit. And played Detroit. It was Toronto and Detroit. Toronto and New York. I with New York and Detroit. And then Boston, Toronto. Because they both have a long active playoff streak right now. Boston misses it. I'm talking maybe Toronto maybe having it on its own, maybe on its own for a long streak. Maybe. It was never good. There was never good side because I know Berube's here, but who knows? Maybe Boston somehow misses the playoffs. And maybe I'm guessing that Toronto is just let's say Montreal. I think Montreal would somehow get in. You know what? The only other team I really think would be Buffalo or Detroit. Because not bad matchup for Toronto, or bad matchup for Boston. Bad matchup for Boston. Well, completely, I feel like this could be a bad matchup for Tampa. This could be a bad matchup for Tampa. Toronto lost them out. And for some reason, these Canadian teams, they have lost. And they have been eliminated. And for the first time since 2014, they were eliminated by a Canadian team. And the first time since the last time they lost in the first round was 2019. And the first time since 20 and for the first time since 2014 have they lost to a Canadian team, to a team from Eastern Canada since 2014. They lost to the Canadians 2014. Spain was swept. I actually remember my rim. I guess they were enjoying every second of that of when Tampa got swept by Montreal. I might ram here who are actually fans of Montreal. It's actually my ram Rochelle. I've actually beat Ian and ram Rochelle, but Toronto is. I have been betting on here that and it never is that. That's why I have Boston as the favorite because I have a feeling this could be close to a coin flip. Toronto. Wait, what? I have Boston as the favorite. I know Your team that's not playing well right now, Boston, they haven't had a really good start this year. Yeah, you know what? I think given that we had to play a slow start, the most likely scenario I have at this point will be a Walthurst spot. Will be in the Walthurst spot. It's going to likely be in a Walthurst spot. You're now. It ain't crap to bed to simply missed the playoffs, and I wouldn't be too. I wouldn't be surprised. They lost Krejci, they lost Bergeron that went 2 years ago. After 2 years ago. And the Leafs are I don't not say that they could. I feel like there are a lot of moving pieces right now. But Toronto teams like this. Got Buffalo. Look at Buffalo right now. Think of Buffalo right now. And think of Buffalo right now. Think of Buffalo. Think of the Buffalo Sabres right now. Buffalo. They're not playing well. Toronto. Oh. Second in the division. I have a suspicion really if Buffalo gets in, like they made the playoffs. Boston, but Buffalo? Let's go. Maybe even back at the throw. Buffalo safe. I say let's go. I would probably say Buffalo. Let's go. You're probably hadn't barely even had any playoff success. Let's go. Man, I would say Buffalo in 5. I would say Buffalo in 4. I would say Buffalo in 4. I would be kind of saying the word. Can we please see? I was just saying. I was really hoping that we would take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. It would be a clean. It would be a clean sweep. But I would be shocked if Buffalo is in because I have Buffalo. Actually, I have Buffalo in 5th in the division, but not in the playoffs. But I feel like I might either have a 5th or 6th. I think it's gonna be just pretty much a lock at this point that if Buffalo somehow is completely wrong, they win the Atlantic Division. Or they win the Atlantic Division and they play their rival, the Leafs. Like that's gonna be a big sign that Toronto. I'm hoping we're not getting the team off the QEW. Hopefully we won't have to. Hopefully we're not playing both. This team hasn't made the playoffs since 2007. That might be a clean sweep for Toronto. I mean, Buffalo in 4. I would say Buffalo wins in 5. I would say Buffalo wins in 4. I would say Buffalo wins in 4. For all your Sabres fans, go to Chase Thompson. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Boston isn't kind of playing as well as they usually would. So if they lose tonight, this team will start. I have to start watching a lot. I'm gonna be watching the game when I get home. Oh my god. I have Boston as a heavy favorite tonight. I have Boston as a heavy favorite tonight. 7. I have them 9-1. I have them winning 9-3 or 9-7. I believe. I have Toronto. I have Boston above that time period. Okay. They're not playing well. Look at their goal now. 8 in a row. Saturday, I went into the bathroom. All of a sudden, they had a few blowouts. Well, they suffered some blowouts here. You know, the Leaf haven't been playing well as a Leaf, but we had some blowouts. Yeah. And we had some blowouts here. We had some blowouts here. Yeah. It feels an instant played. Never look back. Since Toronto played, and they just never look back. The Leaf set up a 9-3 and 9-2. I remember Toronto went 9-2 on Anaheim last year. Well, Austin crap and Leaf they're warming up. They're gonna hopefully they get a regulation loss here. Toronto. Well, hey, hey, hey. Mhm. Yeah. Honor McD. Honor McDavid. By now, we I, yeah, I have a speculation here. Possibly, believe. Well, they're playing well. Jan Smith. Jan Smith. Believe her just sprinting. Eh, boss. You know who we get? It bounced back with that point. Uh, yeah, so I was saying the words. Guys, I'm just saying the words that Boston Bruins are. Oh yeah, playoff coming. Oh yeah. Are all division winners for your respective. Uh, Toronto is playing good right now. But things are not going into a bit of a tailspin. Definitely. Yeah. And we collapsed again. All the things Well, here I'll tell begins. Let's see. Uh, 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 okay. That's MJ. Well, Boston is boy. Yeah, what is wrong right now? Boston's like, I, mm, hey, hey, I, uh, on the playoffs, Deuteronomy, we, the playoffs, the playoffs, the, there's a guy of the playoffs. Uh, we're all in. Um, I think Boston's gonna miss the playoffs here. They're always still finding a way of getting in somehow. Uh, yeah, we saw game one that year they led in 7-3 against Tampa Bay. They went up. Tampa went up 7. They led into a 7 over the lost like uh, yeah. uh, tab for yeah, yeah. Oh, Toronto. Oh, yeah. Toronto, Toronto. Come on, real with Toronto. The Maple Leaf are the Toronto Maple Leafs are really a playoff outfit. Uh, yeah. Uh, my God. Toronto what? Come on. The Toronto. Uh, hi. The Toronto. If the minute our family up. My God. Hey. Oh, the main. I had a password. We got a whole lot of passwords. I never heard in the North Division. Played Detroit in the first round, knocked them out, knocked out St. Louis, and then they played the LA Kings. Yeah, yeah, Canadian team play Toronto. No, Toronto had home ice advantage against them, and play the Toronto. They play the want to play the Toronto Maple. On the face the Toronto Maple. On And basically, Toronto Maple Leafs can play the Toronto Maple Leafs in round number 2. Okay. Well, Toronto Maple by that weekend, man. I think I lost like 5. You know, to Toronto. Like, Toronto was just they play better on the road. And or so our prediction. Yeah, Boston broke Colorado. Colorado we had suffered us with Colorado. Toronto had a good season. Toronto made I we didn't even have Toronto. Nobody was taking Tampa Bay. But Tampa suffered 3. I very much that team was struggling. But after the All-Star break, yeah. The team. Well, man, it's like Toronto is it was just giving Toronto more advantage. But personally, I was just saying the words when they released when Tampa blew 4-1 deficit to Toronto and won Game 4 in 2023 in the 2023 first round. I was shocked to really start thinking, you know what? Let's just go with it. Maybe Toronto. Maybe this is actually. Maybe this year Tampa's really in trouble. This may be the year. This might actually be the year they advance past the first round. As I said, they've never passed the first round. I realize now they could actually be for real. Now this year they're for real. There might actually be for real. But now we know that we might have Florida. We might have Boston in the first round. No, we would probably like to have Boston, put Toronto, put Boston, and then we'd like to have Toronto in the first round. Put Boston advance, and then we have a pretty much a great rivalry. I would actually be everyone would be picking Boston. I would actually be picking Boston as well, but you know what? Boston would actually be the next betting odds to win the Stanley Cup. Actually, Boston would have been my next betting odds to win the Stanley Cup had Tampa lost. They lost for Colorado. They got knocked out. But Toronto, man. Okay, hold on a shot. They just rolled up. Start to pull off some upsets here. And then they win the Stanley Cup. We have the contender. But Toronto is a heavy favorite. Boston win? Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, dear. That's not good. But Toronto, but Boston, but Toronto is just not having the bid yet. But I think either Boston or Toronto goes down to 7th. But remember, we don't have Sheldon Keefe anymore. How do we have to do this in Keefe? Yeah. That's giving. Uh, this is the year that the league. But I think like a lot of people started picking Toronto. I think I started at one point picking them too. I think maybe it's Toronto really. I had 2022 and then I realized you got Tampa Bay. Like Toronto, you got yourself Tampa Bay. You know? I don't got predicting Toronto to be a Tampa to be a heavy favorite, but Toronto is starting to kind of close the gap. Team left with. Right to the break. 4-4. 4. John Tavares, like, oh man. And had they kept that up in through the rest of the playoffs, they would have probably been in the final. Oh. Probably, or at least they would have been in the conference final. They would be coming out. Yeah. Yeah. Boston got swept by Ottawa got swept by Toronto before. That was actually one of the times where they got swept. Toronto first sweep was gonna be a clean sweep. And it's gonna be a clean sweep. Yeah. Colorado. But Toronto play LA. I think Toronto play Tampa and LA Edmonton play LA. Choosing 2022, Edmonton won against LA, but then Toronto lost to Tampa. And then 2023, they both had the same matchup again, and both of them won. In the same night, I remember that night too. It was like the same night. Edmonton also won. And yeah, good night, Canadian teams. And I was completely said, let's go. I was there to watch like the final moments of it. On the home ice. On home ice. Yeah. Oh, Stuart Skinner. Stuart. Oh man, Stuart Skinner, man. Stuart Skinner. Oh my god. Well, that's not it, eh? Well, there goes Boston. Well, there goes Boston. Yeah, that's me, show. San Jose. San Jose. San, San Jose. San Jose. Lost play. San Jose. In Toronto. San Jose. With Anna, yep, the Anaheim. But they were setting themselves up for the Anaheim and had suffered the worst drumming ever. 9-2. 9-2. That was a favorite. Actually, I think Anaheim. I think I chose Anaheim as a favorite to win the game. To win. But that game was off the charts. Like you're looking at. But that was crazy that night. That night they played the Ducks. 9. What are those points? What did I score now? 9-2. Well, oh man, for all you Anaheim Ducks fans, that would be kind of the worst game of the whole season. The worst game of the whole season. The worst game of the whole season for the Ducks. Hey, 8. God. 8-1, 8-2. 9. I did it 10. Okay, I don't. It was a 9-2 win. It felt like everybody would remember everybody lost 9 to Nashville at home. Pull off a 9 like hopefully many years later they played a 9-2 against the Ducks. Delivering them their worst. They're probably the most embarrassing defeat of the season. Jones was very strong. And he was they were playing well. They never looked back. They were up 4-1. Well, they suffered. They know the other team, but they were having the nights where teams were getting blown out. Like Toronto had a lot of games where they were blowing teams out. They had a blowout win against Tampa Bay in 2023 on home ice. And then they won on the road. They won Game 3 on the road. Overtime. I think it was Morgan Riley. And somehow Timer stopped. And Toronto. Oh my God! They won. Waiting for the read. Waiting for the read. How? When we heard the Warriors score. Oh my God. Yeah, you know what? Tampa was really what definitely got eliminated in the first round in 2023. First time by Canadian team. Now they've lost to technically all three of them now. Hoping that this is not going to be starting to become a bad matchup for Tampa. I'm hoping that Toronto doesn't start becoming a bad matchup for Tampa Bay. But that's just what I'm saying. If they play Toronto again, it becomes a bad matchup for them. I feel like I'm really hoping Tampa Bay can actually start saying, this is definitely became a rivalry now. We definitely have a rivalry. Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs. They've never played Tampa in the first round. They've never played Toronto. They actually played a Canadian team for 3 seasons in a row. Montreal 2021. Played Toronto twice. But and I just couldn't see it. And for me, in fact, I'm just not seeing it. And I just wasn't seeing it. And I just wasn't seeing it. They were struggling. And it looked like the signs were pointing in the Toronto's favor at that point. When it was going to be the Toronto Maple Leafs. There's no way Tampa is winning the series now. And they're out. Like, Toronto's going to win the series. They're done. Tampa's done. Tampa's done. Done. Toronto won. They suck. Tampa suck. Oh, Toronto won. Tampa nothing. One series. Tampa away out 4-2. It wasn't a legit sweep, but it was the worst. Probably the first time they've ever lost all 3 games on their Tampa Bay alone on their home ice since the final. Game back to the final in 2022. They lost to, they lost to, and it got worse. They lost game 4 and game 6 at the Stanley Cup final 2022 to the Avalanche. And it got worse with Toronto. Game 4, they 2024, they lost to the Panthers. And it got worse with the Maple Leafs. Then it got worse with the Maple Leafs. And then it got worse with the Maple Leafs with Toronto. I had to call out Toronto and Florida. Now Florida, Toronto, Colorado, Toronto. And they fell victim to a Canadian. They've been falling victim. Now they have lost the Canadian teams in Eastern Canada. Toronto, I think they lost to Montreal. I think Ottawa, Montreal, and then Toronto. And then they lost to Toronto. And then Toronto. Then Toronto. And all but Toronto. Oh, Toronto. And then Toronto 2023. And then they lost to Toronto. To Toronto. To Toronto. To Toronto. Oh. You guys were all Toronto fans? You guys were all Toronto fans? The Toronto Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple in round number 2. I'm taking the betting odds that it was off as well, Toronto. Toronto could be in the top 5. Yeah, let's go. Hi. That's the basketball permit. That's the basketball permit. Permit! That's MJ. Well, Toronto's still a playoff team. Still running active. What? Work out right now. Oh my god. Toronto is a. I think it's just when we have school hours in that. I feel like Toronto's doing good with school hours in that. We have to have it good. Oh, MJ's going, but MJ's hanging up at the second quarter. A franchise record. Oh, they were second in the Atlantic Division. The Leafs are just 111. They finished with 111, and then played Tampa Bay again. This time, everything was tilting into Toronto. Favor. The visitors. And they were trying to do it with that. So we're starting to see. It looked like no way. They're gonna go back to Toronto. It went back to Toronto. I think they're going back. They're playing at home. That was the first time they've lost in Game 6. In 6 games. And they were knocked out for the first time 2019. But it wasn't a surprise, but it was the first Yeah, yeah, that is correct. Nashville, yeah, yeah, well, they're in the playoffs. Yeah, four. I think I want to hack some of the people, some of the game. Hey, Raw, the win the series. Yeah. I'm gonna try in my body more. Uh, Wendell Hart. Yeah, Sunny. He becomes yeah, Alan Holly. Well, nowhere. Yeah, uh, yeah, 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 mm, yeah, for for first place. Yeah, like I strong. Yeah, yeah. On for yeah. Yeah. On for yeah. And that was the Tortorella one. Tortorella?
भाई बन कर
Hello.
भाई बन कर भाई बन चला के
Roll one. We saw. Roll one. Roll one. We. I guess the only time they won series was 2 series, I think, was when they played Tampa Bay and then Toronto in the first round. In Toronto. This is John. This is John. We're alive! Yeah, I hate Toronto is good. Tortorella versus Keith. I think it was funny. It was. I think we had a little homestand here in February where we played St. Louis. I think it was revenge. Remember, they won it in St. Louis both times. And they won it in St. Louis both times. That was that night when I made that video. I made a video saying that we could be the worst team in the NFL this season. And him lose St. Louis, they could be out of the playoffs. Nope. Toronto, they won, even despite that video. Philadelphia, that was kind of a bit of a shot. Past Philadelphia was a little bit of a shot, but not a big deal. But yeah, make crap to bed. If in Philadelphia, they play forced OT. That one forced OT. And then after that, they went with Anaheim, and they went to Anaheim, and then Anaheim came to Toronto. Toronto played them. I remember the last time that California team played in Toronto. Toronto, South San Jose, and Nick Crosby. And they Chris on them. And Anaheim. The Maple Leaf. That team was different. That was. Ended up just being. They won so many games. They won against Vegas. They took Vegas on their home ice. They took Vegas on home ice. They took, I think they won it. They took down Arizona. They took down, what else did they take down? They took down, Vegas. They took down Colorado for Jimmy's birthday. And they actually scored a hat trick. For a hat trick on somebody's birthday. I never knew he would be at the top for on. Anyway, Melee. I was saying, what is going on with this world? how they managed to knock out Vegas. They were saying next time they play Anaheim, I'm gonna choose them because I'm gonna have to choose them because they crap the bed. They really went down then. It was 9-2 against well, I think it was 9. I think they were up 9-2 against them. Yeah. That wasn't bad enough. They lost. The team they wish they should have beaten. Like one of the worst teams in the AHL. They were one of the worst teams in the AHL. And the Leafs were starting to face them. I remember one night they crapped the bed in San Jose. And it's the last time we had a California game before that Anaheim game last year. San Jose was in town. And the San Jose Sharks were in town. And they had 7. They cut them down 7. They were up by 7 against them. 7 against them. But yeah, Toronto. The 2 games against Toronto, Hans, they went for the 12-game losing streak because the last 2 games of that losing streak were against Toronto, and man, San Jose losing to Toronto, LA, and then LA, and then they lost in San Jose, and then over a month later when they crapped the bed, and when another California team had really, really bad, except this time it was much more. This time it was much more Leafs. It was much more disaster. Time it was much more Leafs. The Ducks. The Ducks versus Leafs. It was one. It reminds me of that Detroit team, except this time it was them winning. They were winning. Everybody. They started loading up. They started loading up. This appears to be all started to load up. Yeah, loading up that. They started loading up the rock. They started loading up. They started to load up. But it was loaded up, boy. And Toronto started, what was also starting to, Timothy was they started to load up. The team started, we're going to have another historic season, they started loading up. They went all out and started loading up. And load up. Like they were and certainly like Toronto's officially retooling or rebuilding, adding pieces to the ride. They were not that serious about loading up a bit. They went for it. I didn't know too much of the deadline that year. February, March. Started around the semi-formal Black History Month time groups. Started doing things. They started loading up. They were going to load up. They started loading up. They started loading up at the deadline. But I don't know what was starting to happen. The first sign that they started to load up that roster started getting loaded up. But I'll do this. His Tampa started struggling. Toronto was just starting to do this. I'll do this starting to move up that roster. That Toronto, Matthew 9, Matthew 9, David Allen, 9, Toronto began here. Toronto was moving up. Brad moving. Yeah, started doing things. That's why. Loading up. They started to load up. Okay. Actually, he had to learn. I guess when he moved, when Riley left, with Ruby's system, went to Toronto, he had to learn it. When he got traded in North Korea, I guess he had to learn a whole new system. Do no hurry. And they're making their leap. Then we had last week. He short good season. They had a good season. They were moving up at the deadline. Moving up. It was just loaded. All loaded. Ryan O'Reilly. Macquarie. At the deadline, they just went. And you know what? Start moving up. And make a run for the top. And make a run for the top. For the top! And that's what they did. Started. No weapons. Right. Loading. Raw with pretty much they would said well and said start loading everything up. They were in second place. I remember one Saturday night. I didn't even know that train went down, so you saying what you uh, hoping the Toronto Frost will win into Toronto. And I went to Pine Ridge and they were loading up into this, but they probably can. I didn't. And then we had last week was now. Oh, yeah, it's kind of last week. And Sam. Had to learn the system. Jim, in the fourth pass. And her second. But everybody was saying that Matthew was better than Martin, was better than Bergeron. What? This is him. We ended up getting the two-time defending champ. The two-time defending Stanley Cup champion. That was the first defending Cup champion that we've played in 2010 on the playoffs. I was probably up to the devil. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I really hopefully I'm not getting the roasting on again. Yeah. I'm hoping that this isn't going. I'm really hoping that this isn't rough again. Yeah, I. Yeah. And I think Chris out here. Right. Yeah. David Free. Free. Yeah. Yeah, I remember one season. Oh, no, yeah, yeah, Tampa, and that was. Uh, I think I went Boston. Uh, Probably moving up as well. And you were getting prep. So kind of, yeah, yeah. I see. I'm really hoping that uh, uh, Paul, I'm hoping that my frozen hurting will hurt again. Okay. I'm starting to get a bit of a little bit. Yeah, hoping I'm not being disrupted. Yeah, yeah. I know but I remember last winter I ended up getting strep. Yeah, last winter, it was like January, I got strep. I ended up getting a really bad throat infection. I had an infection in my throat and I had to, uh, 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 uh. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna hop out now. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. Alright, bye bye, everybody. Why is it not working?